So Pride is a really special time for us because it's a time for us to think about and to work towards increasing our visibility, right? Yes, we are your daughters and your sons and your brothers and your sisters, and we're here, and we're a diverse group of people. The LGBT community is very, very diverse, and we come from every walk of life. Every lived experience that you can think of makes up our community. And then I think it's also important to remember that in the last Sunday in June, some people call it the parade, but it's actually a march. It's always been a march, and it continues to be a march. And I think it will always be a march until we can have full equality in this country as LGBT people, all of us, right? So I think that's really important, that we continue to remember that there are places where people can get fired because of who they are. And those sort of comes back to my point about equality, right? How do we move as a nation to include all of our citizens? So I think June is a special month for us to celebrate who we are in all our diversity, and to remember that we still have a lot of work to do in our movement. We still have to ensure that children aren't taken away from families, that people aren't losing their jobs, that families can visit their family members in the hospital when they're sick, or they can make decisions about their family members when they're sick. These are all really important, just basic vital rights that people need to take care of themselves. And I think that's really important to keep in the forefront as we think about our community, in particularly LGBTQ youth, who are often thrown out of their homes, and how do we as a nation think about young people who are thrown out of their home. As a mom, I can never think about disposable children, like that. Children are not disposable in any circumstance. So how do we as a community create the systems that support young people? Here in New York City, we have lots of services for LGBTQ youth, and it's still not enough. So in other states where you don't have sort of the system of support, what are the conditions for those young people? And I think as a nation, we still have a lot of work to do, and we can do it.